Okay, let's us look at another question. Okay, this is a diagram that shows the experiment. Ryan had a toy glider plane as shown below. He placed one end of a rubber band to the hook at the bottom of the plane and stretched a rubber band using a wooden stick. The rubber band was stretched to d centimeter, dcm, as is shown here, before the toy plane was released. So I believe that you can visualize how this plane is being played, right? Yeah, this game, you get hooked there. So when he released the toy glider plane, it moves a distance before dropping to the ground. Fill in the blank below to show the main form of energy. So I want you to highlight this part. Again, this is the important, the main form of energy conversion. Okay, the main form, that's mean the majority. So the rubber band, of course, stores elastic potential energy. So for PSLE, as you know, right, as long as right potential energy, that covers the gravitational, elastic, and chemical potential energy. But in this situation, is elastic potential energy is changed into energy in, so the major form, because it's moving, right? So it's kinetic energy. And energy in the glider plane, because it's above the ground, so it has potential energy. Next, Ryan decided to use a thinner rubber band, so you highlight this part, of the same length. He then stretched the rubber band to the same, okay, to distance d, same as above. So for example, here, if you stretch to, let's say, 7 centimeter. So here they use a thinner rubber band, also stretched to 7 centimeter before releasing the plane. So now they ask you, would the plane move a greater, shorter, or same distance? So if you learn about elastic potential energy, right, because a thinner rubber band will store lesser elastic potential energy. So again, the student answered correctly. The plane will move a shorter distance, and then you need to explain your answer. So you must say that because the rubber band is thinner, so less force is needed to pull it to the same d centimeter, which I give an example like to 7 centimeter, because it's thinner, so it's more elastic. Okay, it's because lesser force, mainly at this part, lesser force is needed to stretch to the same distance. So there'll be lesser elastic potential energy, which will be converted to lesser kinetic energy. So again, she answered perfectly well, 2 marks. Congratulations. Okay, part B. Okay, now they say this plane, right? Usually this plane is made of styrofoam. Okay, I have such glider plane in my tuition center here, which I give out as reward prizes for students with 400 points. Okay, those who achieve 400 points, they can change this glider plane. But mine is not attached to the wooden stick. Mine is more, is easier, just launch through your hand. Okay, so now they say, you know, notice this part. Explain in terms of energy conversion, how this helped the toy glider to travel through the air faster. Okay, I put this word specific domain here. It means the examiner require you to answer in terms of energy conversion. So it's specified. They specified this domain because in P6 you learn about forces in action, right? Actually, you can answer this question in terms of forces, which the candidate did here, but she gets 0 mark because she did not follow the specified domain. So you look at the answer here, I put my comment here. She answered in the wrong domain, though her answer is perfectly correct. If there is no domain restriction, okay, if there's no domain restriction, you see her answer is actually is correct. Because she say, as a toy glider is made of material that is smooth, right? So this will reduce air resistance, helping the glider plane to travel through the air faster. But here, because they say explain into energy conversion, so straight away she gets 0 mark because never follow the specified domain. So the answer is actually very simple because it's smooth, right? So lesser kinetic energy is converted to heat energy. So where is this heat energy? Heat energy is actually the air resistance. Okay, so I put here, why there are domain restriction? Okay, I put a joke here, just to enlighten students to their stressful life. Because our Prime Minister Lawrence Wong say, this is his program, National Education Program. We want to train students to be more resilient in Singapore's ever-evolving economy. Resilience. Okay, resilient means be able to stand up to difficult situation and emerge victorious. So that's why they want you to be more adaptable. So I give you this restriction, certain conditions, you must be able to satisfy it. Okay, that's why nowadays PSLE also test student by answering according to a specific, I call specific domain. So you need to be careful. So here we learn a lesson that although this child answer the concept correctly, but it's outside the specified domain. Therefore, she did not get the full marks, which I believe she can get. Because if you have read carefully, so it's good, so you learn a lesson here. I think she did not highlight this part. Okay, because sometimes you answer question in exam, you can be quite engrossed in answering and you omitted certain important part. So if you have highlighted this part, explain in terms of energy conversion, she would not have lost this mark that actually caused her to go to AL1 because she's in the borderline of AL2. But never mind, learn the lesson well and then be stronger, be more resilient in the actual PSLE. So I wish you all the best to learn from one another's mistake. So that's the importance of item analysis. Cheers.